Sex with Jaiya is brought to you by Aloe Cadabra. Aloe Cadabra is a certified organic aloe vera lubricant. Visit aloecadabra.com today. And SX Science. Need a boost in your libido? Try SX Science, an all-natural sexual supplement for him and for her. Visit sxsciencelabs.com.
There are some things in life that are as natural as nature. But as a woman's body ages, what used to come naturally no longer does. Aloe Cadabra is the first personal lubricant that's all natural and made from 95% organic aloe. So it naturally does for your body what your body no longer naturally does for itself. Which means next time you want to get back to doing what comes naturally, well, you can, however you happen to define that. As natural as nature, aloecadabra.com.
I'm ready for Sex with Jaiya. Are you? Today, I'm here in a sauna. Not just any sauna, an infrared sauna. And we'll tell you why they're special. But I want to talk about sexual health and saunas. I know this may sound strange, but I'm always talking about the link between sexual health and your overall health and how important it is to really understand that link. So to talk to us today, we have Raleigh Duncan, right? Did I say it correctly?
You're
Good.
very, very right on.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And let's just start. After I had my son, I had a pelvic floor injury, and I was in so much pain that it was, I was like, no way, I'm never having sex again. So let's just start, because I think so many people out there are in pain, and pain is a real deterrent to, well, getting into all those awesome sexual positions that we love, but, even wanting.
Even just thinking about, I want to have sex, I think. If you're in pain, that's kind of off the list, right?
Right.
Yeah, so let's talk about a little what happens in here. We're in the infrared sauna, and for a lot of people, if you've never seen one, we have heaters all around us. So it's not the box of hot rocks.
Right.
All right. So we're heating the body with this deep penetrating infrared heat. So it's much different. The air temperature stays comfortable. So as infrared comes into the body, it penetrates about an inch.
Penetrates. I always like that.
All right. So inch and a half. So not too deep, but deep enough. Goes into the muscles, into the joints, and blood vessels open up. That's vasodilation. And then the pain starts to leave. So I'm a chiropractor. So as a chiropractor, I would use infrared. If you came in and said, oh, doc, I just, I would put infrared on that. And then the muscles just naturally start to relax, and then the pain goes away. So just right off the bat, people that get in the infrared sauna, they have less pain.
Right. And then that pain, does it also include flexibility? Because if you're painful, you're like, oh, my hamstrings are tight. That's all.
Well, there's a lot that goes on inside the brain and the body. So if your muscles tighten up, all right, then you're not going to have the flexibility to move. You're not going to want to move.
Right.
All right. So this is an easy way to, I tell people, if you can, go in the infrared sauna at least 3 times a week, or preferably every day.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So we have pain, and we're increasing flexibility, so you can get in those positions, and you're no longer feeling pain. You know, what are some other things that you think could help with people's sex lives out there?
Okay, this is very simple. And I went around one week and I asked everybody I met, whether it was the person at the Walgreens, at the drugstore, at the supermarket, or just all my friends, I said, do you feel stressed out? And Jaiya, you know, I didn't have one person say, I'm not stressed. I feel
I'm
great.
Guilty.
Yeah, okay. So we can relate. We're a culture of stress, and so it pervades every aspect of our lives. All right. And I'm guilty too, because I find myself, doing a lot of this.
Right. And as you know, when you're stressed out, it's a lot harder to have an orgasm when you're thinking about your bills.
Or even wanting, to be relational. I'm so worried, and I'm stressed, and I'm this, and I'm that. So we go to bed grumpy, we don't sleep well, we don't relate with our partner.
Right.
And that's what happens. So in scientific terms, it's very simple. They call it sympathetic, which is the fight or flight. I feel like I'm running from a tiger all the time.
Right.
And we were never designed to run from a tiger all the time. Now, it was a great thing if there was a tiger that you could get all this cortisol, all this adrenaline, and get moving to save your life. but not all the time, because what happens is your adrenals get burned out, your whole body goes into...
And your adrenals produce all your sex hormones, so,
right, so there's
they're burned out.
Direct connection. So
right.
you have sympathetic. On the other side is parasympathetic. Yeah, so that's rest, digest, sex, right. Feel good,
orgasm,
chill. Okay.
So for guys who are out there who are having premature ejaculation issues, or women who are having difficulty having orgasm, this is a really important point, because
yes.
With premature ejaculation, orgasm and ejaculation are controlled by two different parts of the brain.
Exactly.
So you got sympathetic, which is your ejaculation, and parasympathetic, which is your orgasm. So if you're looking to master, being multiple orgasmic or having orgasm without ejaculation, you really want to be in the parasympathetic state.
Or just to be sexy. I mean, which is sexier?
Yeah.
Somebody grumpy running around and flipping people off in their
right.
car, or somebody who's confident and relaxed. Right?
I say I have a sauna at home, a Clearlight sauna, and I say it gives me a sex glow. Because
nice.
you come out
I like
and
that. Can we put that on the brochure?
Yes.
Yeah.
You get that sex glow on. Because after you have sex, I don't know if you've ever looked in the mirror, but you get that like rosy cheeks, your lips are rosy, you kind of have the hair. And the sauna, when I get out, it's like the cheeks are rosy, the lips are fuller.
So does that mean if you have a sauna, you don't need a partner then?
No.
No. Okay. All right. So anyway.
But it could be good, my 101 days of self-pleasure, if I do it again, I'll include the sauna.
You'll do it. Okay, I like that. All right. This could be a whole other catalog. Yeah. But anyway. So how it works, very simply, is that vasodilation is that when the infrared comes in, the blood vessels open up, the pain goes away, the muscles relax, the blood starts to flow, which is all good. And you go into parasympathetic mode. You cannot not go into parasympathetic mode. And so
when you're in the sauna.
When you're in the sauna, and if you do it regularly, it's going to reset your set points of shifting between sympathetic. We're always shifting, all right, between these two. But if your set points are way up here, you want to bring it down into a normal level. So that you're getting all the hormones and everything's happening.
Right. So if you do it over an extended period of time, you reset your system to be more parasympathetic or cortisol. And
and you're more chill. You're just a happier person.
Right. And as we know, happier is sexier.
I like that. Yeah.
And speaking of sexy, it also helps us burn fat and increases metabolism.
It does.
Talk about that.
Okay. So, early on, I've been doing this for 16 years. I started out, and I didn't know. I knew virtually nothing, and so, but I've learned a lot over the last 16 years. So. What we found, and you can look, there's different articles. There was a citation in Journal of American Medical Association that directly related going in the sauna with burning calories. All right, so they said that you are in the sauna 20 to 30 minutes, you're going to burn anywhere 300 to 600 calories.
Wow.
Okay. So that was the
That's a great workout.
Yeah, just sitting in here, because it takes a lot of energy to produce sweat. All right, from our bodies. And then we found out, I'd say going back 7, 8 years, there's a little known thing called obesogen. All right, and this is a term coined by the scientists, PhDs, smart people. What happens is that toxins come in our body. We all have this toxic burden. All right, these are the toxins, and they don't just leave our body. It's not like toxins come in and they go out.
Right.
They come in and they stay a lot of times.
Especially in the fat cells.
Well, especially, yeah. They can go into other cells, but the fat cells seem to hold on most of it. So an obesogen, what that relates to is that when the toxins are in the fat cells, the fat cell doesn't act like a fat cell anymore.
So you can be on the treadmill all day and nothing happens.
Exactly. Because you cannot lose a fat cell until you get rid of the toxins.
Right.
So we've done studies of this in health clubs of people that would work out. You know people like this, right? That will work out and they'll restrict their diet. Yeah, they'll do this and nothing. They're so frustrated, so they go back to chocolate cake.
Right.
Okay. So what we found in this study was that if you go in the infrared sauna, you get the toxins out, and it's not a panacea. You still have to eat right and exercise. Then the weight comes off.
Right. Yeah, it's really interesting because I thought about detoxification as something I do every now and then. Like, I'll do a fast once a blue moon, or I'll go get a colonic once a year or something like that.
Then I'm okay.
And then I'm okay.
I'm okay.
And I recently, since February actually of this year, decided I'm going to do a really intense detox program. I want to get rid of this stuff on my behind. behind and feel sexier, you know, because it does. It affects you. Even though we psychologically think, you know, I'm going to work on my body image and love my body, there's one aspect to that, but there's also just, I'm going to get rid of this stuff on my butt, and that's going to help me feel better,
yeah.
and sexier. Because, you know, sometimes during sex, I admit it, I do it. I worry about the cellulite on my butt, and I know my partner. I check him. I'm like, are you thinking about my cellulite? Because I'm thinking about my cellulite, and he's never thinking about my cellulite. But you know, it's just interesting because since February doing this, I've been one of those people who works out of the gym. Like, you know, I'm a gym. I love the gym, and it wasn't helping. I mean, I went through thousands of dollars with personal trainers, right? And nothing was working. Nothing was working. And this is after my baby. And then I got a sauna, and I started doing really intense colonics, like a couple colonics a week.
Exactly.
And then I understood what detoxification was about. I was like, okay, and all of a sudden, my thighs started shrinking down. And so I was going, all right, like, I'm not exercising. Like, I should have been exercising on top of it, but I was sitting at my computer, so I was writing a book.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting that the detoxification was the key to the weight loss, not at the gym every day.
Wow, that is great.
I'm a story.
Well, we all think it has to be hard. It has to be difficult. Well, okay, I agree with that.
It could be as easy as...
Yeah, maybe it could be as easy. We're just sitting here and relaxing.
Cuddling and kissing in the sauna with someone you love.
That's all it takes. I think that's good. So.
One of the things I want to talk about that sets your saunas apart, because I think this is also an interesting thing to do with sexuality, is EMFs, electromagnetic fields, for those of you who are unfamiliar with our geekery here. And I was actually talking to the people who make the beds, with Earthing Institute, and they were saying, you know, fertility increased, they found, and erectile function increased with getting rid of EMFs. And I thought, wow, this is really interesting because of the blood flow and the lowering of inflammation. So talk to us a little bit about EMFs and your saunas. Okay,
so this has been a passion for us, is to take the EMF out. Now, the heaters that you see right now are 6th generation heaters. So we've been designing this for a long time. But these large panel heaters have a great wavelength, but they also came with a lot of EMF.
Right.
And so we wouldn't put them in the saunas until we figured out, and I just happen to have a little EMF meter.
Okay, I'm going to take my mic away.
All right. No, I think that's...
It'll be okay.
Oh, look at that.
My mic is a lot of EMF.
Mic. Yeah. Okay. All right. We didn't want to know that, but now, okay. All right. So, but if I'm going to hold this, let's see, right here, you can see the heaters themselves. Virtually nothing. And it took us 5 years, Jai, to figure out how to silence that. But we were really passionate about it, and we made it #1 mandate. And now, since we've done that, everybody in the industry is catching up, and we think that's great. I don't want any EMF in any sauna out there, because when people get in here, you know, it's for their health. And that's the biggest deal.
Counterproductive.
Counterproductive. Especially if people didn't know about it. So, anyway, we'll continue on with this. We haven't stopped. We want to make the experience the healthiest you can, and we're just starting. There's an interesting study you were telling me about before we started. About hamsters and nitric oxide. All right. So you have to picture this, all right? This was a study that was done in Japan with golden hamsters. Now, I'm not really up on my hamsterology.
I'm not sure what golden hamsters are.
Presumably they're gold. So they took the hamsters and they put them in the sauna, the infrared sauna, for every day for about a month. Now, I'm just trying to picture what this looks like, and how do you keep them in the sauna, and, you know, do you give them little glasses of water? Anyway, so they put them in there and they monitored their temperature, and what they found is that they had a 40 times increase, not 40%, but 40x, 40 times increase in nitric oxide sulfates. All right, and you know about that. All right. Because this is good for your penis, boys and girls. I mean, good for just getting blood flow to the genitals and really the microcirculation and all that. And this is what Viagra does. Viagra, Cialis, all this. But just getting in the sauna, you can expect a huge increase of this. The sauna is the new Viagra. Right here, we're sitting there. It doesn't look like a pill, but so it's a natural approach to this. And so the erectile dysfunction, that's great, but it also helps heart health, all right? It helps lower inflammation, like you said, and also boosts the immune system, all right? So again, if you're sick, nothing's happening. Oh, honey, no, not tonight.
No.
Yeah.
So we're going to take not tonight to yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Well, and then here's the other thing. You have a catalyst. What could be better? You're sitting in the nice sauna. You're warm. You're relaxed. You know, you're with the love of your life. And
yeah. So my partner and I do the saunas at home, and the only thing, he sweats horribly, and so sometimes
It's
I'm
a
like,
guy
okay,
thing.
it's a little sweaty
Oh,
in here,
wow.
but for people who like sweat, as like
I never
sometimes that's
thought
like an
about that.
aphrodisiac. You get the pheromones going, you're like sweating like crazy.
I never checked that out with
And,
my partner.
Yeah.
Because I get in and I'm just dripping, and she starts to glisten.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a.
Yeah, I barely
Really?
sweat. Yeah.
Well, it's not required, and we did a study about, I guess it's 12 years ago, that showed that it's great to sweat, but what we're really doing is we're mobilizing the toxins. The toxins will go out in the urine, the feces, through exhalation,
Right.
and through the sweating.
Right.
So it's getting those toxins mobilized with the infrared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
One of the things D-Love and I do is we actually we get in, we sweat like crazy. We like do massage because it's all sweaty. And then we get out, we take a cold shower.
There you go.
Which, you know, some people think that's not hot, but it actually, like sexy, you know, take a cold shower if you're turned on. But actually the cold shower sort of helps energize after we're so
Well, you're
sort
still
of
warm,
relaxed.
too, right?
Right. And inside we're still
inside
warm.
you didn't lose that.
So we just douse ourselves in cold water and then we jump in bed.
That's cool.
And then we make love, and it's lovely.
You know, that's probably the best testimonial I've ever heard for the infrared sauna, just right there. So.
Infrared saunas, the new Viagra. Tell us your website where people.
Hot.
It's
Okay,
hot.
so it's very simple. We're www.infraredsauna.com.
Wonderful.
That's what happens when you've been doing it a long time.
Long time.
So, yeah.
You have the infraredsauna.com.
We do.
Yes.
So very cool. Well,
Wonderful.
thanks
Thank you
for
so much
coming
for
by
spending time.
and getting in our sauna and hanging out, and it's been great.
Anytime.
All right.
Fantastic. And you're doing wonderful work
Thank you.
for people's sex lives everywhere around the world. I've enjoyed Sex with Jaiya today. Oh, you should go to my website, sexisyou.com, sexwithjaiya.com if you're listening to the show and you want to watch. You want to see me in the sauna in my towel. All right. I've enjoyed Sex with Jaiya today. Have you? Need a little boost for your libido and passion? Something reliable, something that gives you spice and heart connection at the same time? SX Science has formulated safe and effective sexual supplements for men and for women. Ladies First was specifically created to help women ignite passion and stay relaxed. Heads Up for Men is formulated for stamina, function, and libido. Try both together for the ultimate date night in. Visit sxsciencelabs.com to get your Ladies First and Heads Up today.